Welcome replay viewers, and good afternoon everybody. Thanks for joining me again for this quick update of our marten status here on this afternoon of July 13th. What must be described as oppressively humid weather, even out here on eastern Long Island, over 60 miles east of New York City. And the temperature right now is in the 80s, but the humidity is just really up there, sky high. It's very oppressive. However, relief is on the way. We're going to get a backdoor cool front come down from Connecticut later this evening, and we're going to have thunderstorms. Humidity will drop, the temperature will drop. We should have heavy thunderstorms overnight, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. But anyway, here's an afternoon update from our morning broadcast, since we were able to get back on the air with YouTube Live this morning after it not working last night. Just let me walk over here to the one house, and you can, if we listen carefully and I'll be quiet, you can hear the babies chirping inside the cavities. So you hear that muffled chirping. That's the little ones inside the cavities. We had at least 2 families fledged this morning. So the first martens of the year, the new ones, came out of their nests and made their first flights this morning with their parents. They're in the general area, or they will also be back a little later this evening. But it's quite active this afternoon, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if collectively the colony is trying to get another family to fledge. But that probably won't take place until tomorrow morning. Let me just zoom in a little bit on this house and show you the activity here. Oh, uh-oh. Ambulance or police call? That may have been a police siren. Somebody speeding over on Union Avenue, a little way away from us. Okay, Alright, the birds who were on this house have left to go out and catch insects again out over the creek to bring them back to the little ones. I'm just going to pan around and show you the sky here. Let me just zoom out so we get a broader picture of what I'm talking about here. Thunderstorm clouds are starting to form. There's nothing on the website radars or anything yet, but these are the type that just pop up in an instant. Now this is looking to the north, and you can just see how the clouds are like boiling up right now. Very high humidity. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised in a short while from now to just hear a loud, a flash of lightning and a loud clap of thunder. And the skies will start to open up with downpours here. Would be nice just to get rid of some of the humidity that we're experiencing right now. Although no complaints, this is July, right? Mid-July, and that's what it's supposed to be. Hazy, hot, humid here on eastern Long Island. And as my friend Dutch Mars was pointing out, he was on his bicycle tours in New York City this morning. I guess the Brooklyn Bridge tours, and he was in 90+ degrees Fahrenheit weather with oppressive humidity. So Dutch, my hat's off to you to do that on a day like today. Let's just walk over to this side of the yard, and we'll take a look at the houses over here, see if we have any additional action. Well, they seem to be taking it nice and easy right now on the houses. The birds I don't see any new little ones, newbies here right at the moment. Here's Mr. Swan. Came over to get a drink of water from the artesian well overflow. Hey, buddy, come on back. Say hello to the people. Male mute swan. His mate is around nearby, not too far away. All right, let's just check out the thermometer and see what the temperature has dropped down to under this cloud cover this afternoon. All right, about 85 Fahrenheit right now, 85 Fahrenheit, we'll call it 30 degrees Celsius. It was at 90, over 90 Fahrenheit today at noontime. So we've cooled off a little bit as the cloud cover has developed here in our area. Hi Kathleen, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you. We're just doing a very quick and quiet tour of the purple martins. Oh, lucky dog, Kathleen, eh? Okay. Yeah, that's what I hear. I was just in watching the Weather Underground on the internet, and looks like we're going to have some really good-sized thunderstorms here early this evening and overnight. And it should be a much cooler tomorrow than it is today. Tomorrow will only be in the 70s according to the forecast I saw. Oh, they're very well. Nothing bothers them. If we really get severe storms, they'll just go inside the cavities and ride it out. Or, this is very interesting, and I've observed this in the past, if it's really not a driving tropical rain coming down, you know, heavy rains, they'll be flying through the raindrops, collecting insects, because the rain is actually stirring up the insect population, so it's prime feeding time for them. So as long as the winds are not too gusty, and it's not just sheets of rain coming down, they can fly and feed during a rainstorm, during a thunderstorm. Sometimes they just sit up on the top of the perches here. Yeah, they're out in the rain, and as a matter of fact, it's nature's shower for them. So they'll let the rain wash their feathers off and dust off and everything off their bodies, and you'll see them sitting up here preening in the raindrops. Pretty hardy little characters, these birds, these martins. Good. Well, good for you. My best luck with the bird feeder in the yard is with like sunflower seeds. I usually get a huge bag of it from Home Depot, but you know, they sell smaller bags, 5-pound bags or whatever. But what do they call that? Saturated sunflower seeds. The birds, the small birds, go wild for that, including the cardinals, birds of that size. That seems to be the most popular. Yeah. Well, they do the same around here, for sure, okay? I'm halfway through my bag of bird seed, of sunflower seed that I bought over in Home Depot just a few weeks ago. Wagner's feed? All right, I don't know that name, but I'm sure they're good types and good brands. Very good. I try to have the feeding restricted to the smaller birds, which is why I have that feeder platform cover up there. Otherwise, the crows will eat you out of house and home, right? Put seed out for the small birds, and the crows will come in and eat everything. And the jays, yeah. Blue jays, squirrels, yes. It's a constant battle to keep the feed available for the birds rather than squirrels and the bigger aggressive birds. Okay, Kathy, thank you for joining. I'm going to just look at this a little while longer here and see how these good martins are doing. Everything seems to be under control here. The cakes, I don't understand. You mean for feed type for bird platforms or something like that? Oh, my opinion is I don't bother with those. I just, I haven't in years and years. Yeah, you're probably right. You can pick them up over there. I would stay just with the sunflower seed, especially for cardinals, black-cap chickadees, the smaller birds. They seem to really go for that. And it's also nutritional for them. Stick with bags of sunflower seeds. Yeah, that's a good point too, right? I don't think you... although, you know, in the wintertime we used to make our own cakes, really. Think about it. You'd make like a ball of bacon fat that you would put in a refrigerator, and if it's softened, you'd roll it in bird seed and then hang it as a ball from a tree limb, something like that. Maybe that's more for the winter time. Obviously you don't want something like that outside in the summertime, but in the winter that might work. Say a hanging cake that could be rolled in seed. Try experimenting like that. This time of year, stick with sunflower seed for the... Let's take a walk up there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm going to walk uphill. I don't think we'll lose our signal. I'm watching it. I don't get any indications of that. I'll show you the feeder platform we have. And I have it sized with a cover on it, with openings on it, so just the smaller birds can get in to feed, and it keeps the jays and larger birds out of it. Grackles will eat you out of house and home with bird seed too. Blue jays and grackles, and then of course crows, and even the seagulls used to come up here before I put a cover on this platform. I'll show you what this is all about. It's this white thing right in the middle of the picture that we're heading for right now. Now underneath is a squirrel baffle, okay? So that's just a piece of sheet metal that keeps the squirrels from climbing up to this. And here is my feeder platform. If I can get closer, you can see what's inside there. This cover comes off. I made this cover out of leftover material from when I was doing deck repairs. This is the lattice panel from a deck. I'll show you right over here. Well, that's the new panel, but I had these old plastic lattice panels up under the deck, so when I had this leftover material, I made this cover. It's kind of mildewed right now, so excuse that, but you can see I have to freshen that up, put new bird seed in here. But I put sunflower seed in here, and these openings are just the right size for a cardinal to go through, or any black-capped chickadees, any small birds. See, then that keeps out the crows and jays. And this panel lifts off. See how that comes off? Now I'll get out here and I'll clean this after this broadcast is over. And I'll put fresh seed down because this got wet overnight with last night's thunderstorms. But it's the perfect platform for small birds, things of that nature, who incidentally build their nests in these surrounding cedar trees and bushes. Cardinals and other small birds have nests in these trees during the summer. Okay, well that's my quick update for purple martins and other things for this afternoon. I can just feel the sweat dripping off me now, practically speaking. It's so humid here right now. All right, thanks for joining now. Good to see you. And we may be on the air after the supper hour tonight. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait a minute. I scared them away. I'm sorry. 2 black-capped chickadees just came here. Here he is. Look at that guy. See, he's not the least bit afraid of me. See him? All right, there's 2 of them. So they may have a nest nearby, but they come here to feed, which says to me, clean this out and put fresh seed in there for the little ones. That I will do after we close down this broadcast. All right, so I'll talk to everybody later, folks. Take care now.